Now in Good Morning Northwest, right after he took the oath of office, Donald Trump signed a wave of executive orders. How some of them will impact you and your family.
We've been having the coldest mornings of the season so far. I'll let you know if things are going to warm up coming up in your First Alert forecast.
And swapping 2 Americans for 1 Taliban member. We have details about a prisoner swap between the U.S. and Afghanistan. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, January 21st. We got Allison Martinez in for Mark Peterson this morning. She has your First Alert forecast. Allison, just another round of these cold temps.
Yes, cold temperatures are here to stay throughout the rest of the week. As you start off your day, some areas could see some flurries as we start our Tuesday, especially in the Idaho Panhandle Mountains. Up north in areas like Bonners Ferry, we're seeing a little bit more of fog to start our day, but overall, we are mostly dry and quiet for the start of your Tuesday. 4 things to know about your weather. We have that potential for early morning flurries, and we'll also see continued cold conditions over the next couple of days. But thankfully, some sunshine will help make things a little bit more comfortable as you're out and about. And we have the potential for light snow Thursday and Friday. Right now, our chances are looking to be low overall at 30% or less, and accumulations seem to be light. But this is something we are tracking as we get closer and closer. Here is how the rest of your day is going to shape up. So we've got sunshine all throughout the day, calm winds at around 6 miles per hour, 28 degrees is the temperature we'll expect for the majority of the day into the afternoon. And then by tonight, we'll cool down to 22 degrees for our overnight low. And as you look over the next couple of days, you can see we have some cold starts and daytime highs are right around freezing. We'll let you know what conditions are coming along with these cold temperatures coming up.
On President Donald Trump's first day back in office, he is wasting no time moving forward with his agenda.
Hannah Joyce at the Breaking Now desk for us this morning. And Hannah, Trump is signing a wave of executive actions. Tell us a little bit about them.
Some of President Trump's executive actions include declaring a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border so he could crack down on immigration, also signing an order to end birthright citizenship. And like he promised, the president did pardon rioters charged in the January 6th attack. Looking ahead, starting February 1st, Trump will order a 25% tariff on goods coming from Mexico and Canada. Experts say this tax could raise prices at stores in the U.S.
Thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada because they're allowing vast numbers of people. Canada's a very bad abuser also. Vast numbers of people to come in and fentanyl to come in.
Trump even signed an order to delay the ban on TikTok for 75 days. His hope is to give the Chinese owners time to sell its U.S. assets. This comes after the app went dark on Saturday night. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, I will take a closer look at rioters Trump pardoned. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
As he signed those executive orders, President Trump mentioned he is not confident the Gaza ceasefire deal would hold.
I'm not confident. That's not our war, it's their war, but I'm not confident, but I think they're very weakened on the other side.
Do you support the two-state?
Gaza, boy, I looked at a picture of Gaza. Gaza is like a massive demolition site. That place it's really got to be rebuilt in a different way.
These images show the devastation Palestinians in Gaza are returning to after the ceasefire deal paused more than 15 months of fighting between Israel and Hamas. Critics say Israel has waged a scorched earth campaign to destroy the fabric of life in Gaza. Israel says its military has been fighting a complex battle in dense urban areas and that it tries to avoid causing undue harm to civilians.
State lawmakers across the country share their excitement to work with President Trump, including Idaho Governor Brad Little. Little writing, "An air of true excitement and hope has overcome our great nation on this historic day." President Trump referenced a revolution of common sense and a new era of fighting for the people who have built this country.
Back here at home, a man is in jail for shooting a woman at a bar in Chattaroy over the weekend. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says 32-year-old Skylar Jones began arguing with people inside the bar early Sunday morning. The argument eventually moved to the parking lot where Jones pulled out a gun, pulled the trigger, and shot a woman in the leg. Jones will be extradited to Spokane where he will face multiple charges. Good morning, Northwest time, just about 5 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Checking back in with Allison Martinez, who is in for Mark this morning. Got the chilly start, but some of us seen that fog.
Yes, for sure. So no matter what, you're going to want to give yourself a little bit of extra time as you head out the door, scrape off that frost. And if you're in some of these areas up north, you could have a little bit of difficulty with visibility out on the road due to the fog. We'll let you know what the rest of the day has in store coming up.
Just ahead, severe and wild weather targeting the south, where they are not at all prepared for a historic storm coming.
And this time of year is tough for a lot of us. The excitement of the holidays is over, and the long, dark, cold days have us hunkered down. But you don't have to feel down. We have ways to fight seasonal depression just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
As our winter temperatures drop significantly, we'd like to give you some tips on how to keep your pipes from freezing. First, keep the doors under your sinks open so warm air can get to your water lines. You can also keep a drip of water running in your faucets to keep the lines from freezing. If you can, turn the water off to your outside faucets. Cover them and make sure they're not dripping. And cover your crawl space vents so cold air doesn't blow in. We don't want your pipes to freeze in this frigid cold, but if you do need a plumber, call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
Every generation is known for something.
We perfected avocado toast.
Free love and cheap houses.
Short attention spans.
What was the question?
And this year, Generation Beta arrives. A generation that could live longer than ever. That's why Prudential is helping them prepare for retirement earlier than ever. We're offering every baby born on January 1st the Beta Baby Bonus. $150 that could become $100,000 when they retire.
Good luck, Beta babies.
It's never too early or too late to protect your life's work with Prudential.
Why do couples choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
I need it a little cool.
And I need it a lot of cool.
Sleep Number does that. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. 9 out of 10 couples sleep better. And now save 40% on our new special edition smart bed. Shop a Sleep Number store near you.
Come celebrate the Lunar New Year and the Year of the Snake at the Spokane Convention Center on February 1st. There'll be lion and dragon dancers, cultural performances, community resources, and activities for the whole family. The first 500 attendees will receive a swag bag, plus red envelopes with over $20,000 worth of prizes will be given away. Spokane's Lunar New Year celebration is organized by Spokane United We Stand.
Welcome to Parker Toyota, the Toyota Truck Center of the Northwest. Our inventory has never been better with a huge selection from stock to fully customized trucks.
And now you can choose between a gas or hybrid powertrain. So whether you're looking for great MPGs or a 12,000-pound towing capacity, we have the truck for you.
Check out the all-new Toyota Tacoma and Tundra at your locally owned Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be. Hot, melty, and fresh from your oven. Starting at $13.99.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
It is 6:08. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A prisoner exchange, years in the making, struck in the final hours of Joe Biden's time in office.
The Taliban agreed to swap 2 Americans being held in Afghanistan for 1 Taliban member serving a life sentence in the U.S. Ryan Corbett's family says he had been a prisoner for 894 days. He was living in Afghanistan with his wife and 3 children doing non-governmental organization work before the collapse of the Afghan government. The family was evacuated when the Taliban took over in August of 2021, but Corbett's wife said he returned for a work trip in 2022 and was detained. According to the Biden White House, he was never charged with a crime.
Some of the tariffs President Trump promised on the campaign trail could start as soon as February 1st. He says that is when he will order 25% tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada. But after talking with China's president last week, Trump says there will be more discussions before any new tariffs on Chinese imports. Financial experts warn that tariffs will raise prices for Americans.
In Turkey today, a fire at a ski resort hotel killed at least 66 people and sent more than 50 others to the hospital. 2 of the people killed jumped from the building trying to escape the flames. The 12-story, 161-room hotel is on the side of a cliff, which hampered efforts to fight this fire. Other hotels at the resort were evacuated as a precaution, and the cause is still under investigation.
A historic storm is taking shape across the Deep South. New Orleans is bracing for its worst winter storm since 1963, with up to 3 inches of snow expected in a place that rarely gets any. In Texas, airports in Houston are closed with thousands of flights canceled or delayed due to the storm. Meanwhile, in the West, severe fire danger today. Winds could hit 100 miles an hour in parts of Southern California again.
Here in the inland Northwest, we have pretty quiet weather for your Tuesday. We will be cloudy and cold for the start of the day. Then we could have some sunshine, especially in the afternoon. We have a daytime high of 32 degrees in Spokane.
With the holidays over, weather getting colder, and still those dark days, it may leave you feeling a little down. Seasonal depression affects millions of people. Lee Richardson with the Brain Performance Center says the first way to overcome these feelings is to focus on what you can control and put your energy in that direction. And of course, give yourself some grace.
Check in with yourself every day. So, hey, Lee, what do you need today? What do you need to make your day a little bit better? And sometimes I just need to take a walk.
Richardson says focusing on self-care and staying social are critical keys to maintaining your mental health. If you or a loved one are having a mental health crisis, you can call or text the National Lifeline. The number is 988. There you can talk with a counselor at any time. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:11.
Marching for Unity coming up. How Spokane rallied to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
And new research shows weight loss drugs are doing more than just helping you drop a couple pounds. The other ways they could be benefiting your health when we come back. And as we go to a break, here's a live look at your Tuesday morning. We got a look at the pavilion there. We're back after this commercial break. Happy Tuesday.
4 News Now is brought to you by the 37th Annual Inland Northwest RV Show.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You didn't ask to get in a car wreck, but here you are, injured, out of work,
and the insurance company wants to fight you on everything. You didn't pick this fight,
but you can pick who finishes it.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
A controversial campaign promise.
The Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country.
But what could that mean for your wallet and the safety of the food you eat? 4 News Now is getting answers Wednesday at 6.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our New Year, New Kitchen Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Discover the quietest KitchenAid dishwasher, powerful cleaning without the noise, and the print shield finish that resists smudges and fingerprints. All for just $7.99. Save $350 today.
It's appliances, only appliances.
At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
Did you know that Washington's Working Families Tax Credit could put up to $1,200 back in your pocket? If you're part of a low to moderate income household, you could be eligible for a refund designed to help you cover essentials like groceries, gas, or bills. The best part? Applying is free and easy. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov to see if you qualify. Don't miss out. Apply now and make sure you get the refund you deserve. That's workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Station 51, we have an emergency. Paramedics Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto, please report to MeTV immediately.
All right, we'll be there in a second.
Emergency.
Watch weekdays on MeTV 4.2.
Injured in a car wreck?
Insurance company giving you the runaround?
Delays, excuses, and lowball offers.
Don't get hurt twice.
Get twice the help. Call 800-LAW-0842.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:14. Hundreds of people gathered in downtown Spokane yesterday to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred.
People huddled inside the Spokane Convention Center for the annual Unity Rally and heard some of Dr. King's most famous quotes. Following the rally, hundreds gathered to march through downtown. As they braved those frigid temperatures, many people held signs that aligned with Dr. King's movement towards social justice.
And we just want to show our community that this is what we stand for, this is what we represent, and we're excited to be here. This is just bringing the love and showing that love does truly draw out the darkness.
And yesterday's events exemplified all that Dr. King stood for: love, unity, and peace.
And following the march, the Martin Luther King Jr. Family Outreach Center put on a resource fair. It hosted dozens of organizations to share services and resources, from things like real estate and housing to education and scholarships. The fair also encouraged volunteering and donations.
Dr. King expressed the importance of service and giving back to others. And here we gathered in assembly assembled a lot of nonprofits, so you can do that.
Many at the resource fair spoke about Dr. King's legacy of service and how they hope to continue it by working to bring people together, making the community a better place.
And here is a live look at what we're seeing today. We were talking earlier, just all the people out there bundled up this weekend, bracing those frigid cold temperatures. You probably want to keep those gloves and hats ready this week.
Oh, definitely so. Allison Martinez filling in for Mark, talking about some cold temps.
Yes, for sure. All those people had the right idea. You want the combo of the scarf and the hat and the coat, all of it, because we have some really cold temperatures over the next couple of days in the teens. It's going to be a trend for this week. Today, we'll have a daytime high of 30 degrees here in Spokane. We'll be partly cloudy and see a lot more sunshine, especially in the afternoon, and we have calm winds. Tonight, we'll cool down to 17 degrees overnight. We're mostly clear, which is why it's so cold, and we'll have calm winds overnight as well. Now for our highs all around the inland Northwest, we are below freezing for the most part here today. 30 degrees in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 31 degrees in St. Mary's and Pullman. Over towards the central part of the state, we're looking at 34 degrees for Moses Lake and Wenatchee and 32 degrees for Ritzville. Here's our forecast radar, and you can see things are pretty quiet. There's not a lot jumping out at you when you look at the screen initially. This is Tuesday today at around 8 a.m. We'll see a lot of sunshine for that part of the day, and then we'll see the clouds really start to creep up or increase later tonight, this evening, around 8 and 9 p.m. You can see just like this thicker band around that time this evening. But overall, pretty quiet day here for the weather front for the first part of the week. We could see more clouds tomorrow. Now, the low temperatures are really what's going to feel a bit different, like a bit of a shift. We felt it this weekend, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So temperatures in the teens for Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be back closer to our seasonable temperatures by Friday, 21 degrees and 17 degrees for Saturday. So chilly starts the day for the next couple of days. And as you look at the planning forecast, you can see we do have a lot of sunshine, so that's helping to make things feel a little bit more comfortable over the next couple of days. Wednesday, 29 degrees tomorrow. We'll be at 17 degrees for the start of the day, 32 for Thursday. Thursday and Friday are the 2 days where we could have a little bit of a disruption to our weather pattern. We could see some wet weather. We're talking about maybe less than or light to little accumulations, little to no accumulations of snow down in the valley floors, but up in the mountains we could be looking at around 1 inch. But nothing major that will impact you, but something that we are definitely taking note of. Saturday, 30 degrees, Sunday, 29 degrees, and Sunday morning, this jumps out to me. I don't know if it jumps out to you, 12 degrees as we start the day. It's going to feel bitter out there, so I'm sure you have your layers out. Just keep them out.
Keep them ready to go.
Goodness, those extra blankets too.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks, Allison. Well, a first of its kind study is taking a look at the benefits of weight loss drugs beyond just shedding a few pounds.
Researchers looked into the records of more than 2.5 million patients in the Department of Veterans Affairs and found weight loss drugs under the brand names Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and Mounjaro reduce the risks for dozens of medical conditions and diseases,
including Alzheimer's disease, dementia. They also reduce the risk of addiction disorders, including opiate use disorders, tobacco use disorders, other substance use disorders.
The study found the drugs also reduce the risk for pneumonia, sepsis, infections, blood clotting, and liver cancer, to name a few. But researchers also found the drugs carried risks, including for gastrointestinal side effects, kidney stones, and inflammation of the kidneys and pancreas. Experts say you should always talk to your own doctor about the potential pros and cons of these medications. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6:20.
Former Washington State Coug Jalen Wells is making a name for himself in the pros.
And now he is getting the recognition he deserves as a serious contender for Rookie of the Year. That's after the break, next in Morning Sports.
Thanks so much for starting your Tuesday with us. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's the new year, and we're ringing in the savings. Like up to $15,520 off or 0% APR on a new Sierra 1500 Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
What are you up to, Alice?
Well, the nice mechanic asked me to check the pulleys.
Wow, I just realized you can see things we can't. I've always wondered what's in those small windows.
It's marketing.
So that's where they hide out.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
What does Dino Casting Call mean?
That seems bad.
I'll get my resume ready.
The Harlem Globetrotters 2025 World Tour is here. We're coming to Spokane Arena on January 27th and Beasley Coliseum on February 4th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/Washington for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
It's the new year, and we're ringing in the savings. Like up to $9,000 off or 3.9% APR on a new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
A rookie talent that seemed to come out of nowhere, but for those watching Washington State last season, he's a name that's hard to forget.
Jalen Wells!
Emerging as one of the top picks for Rookie of the Year might be surprising to a few people, but for Wells...
I always worked as if I was going to be the top rookie, so being the top rookie is not a surprise to me.
If there was an initial surprise...
I didn't really expect to be playing and starting this early in my career.
He's not just playing, but succeeding. Right now, Wells has the best average points per game by any rookie this season.
Wells, corner three, got it!
And in less than a year's time, he's gone from playing Bronny James and USC to hitting a three-pointer over LeBron.
I didn't really have a chance to really think about it. I just had to go pick up my man. But yeah, after the game, it was everywhere. I probably got texts about that for the next 2 weeks.
Wells was a part of the historic WSU team that got the program to March Madness for the first time in 16 years. The bond with his former teammates, Miles Rice, Parker Garretts, and especially Isaiah Watts, is one that Wells says is for life.
Always talking. We were on FaceTime a couple of days ago. Me, Miles Rice, Parker. So yeah, we always stay in touch. Yeah, I'm watching this game. He's watching my game. So.
Wells says success for the Cougs this year looks a lot like his season last year.
They just seem like they're having fun out there. They seem like a team. They seem like they're one. I think that's what we had on and off the court. We were so together, basically a family. And I know that last year we were just, having fun every game, whether we're losing, winning. Yeah, we stuck together. stuck with it, and we ended up being successful.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him. And there's a new champion in college football. The Ohio State Buckeyes beat Tennessee, the #1 team in the country, in the Oregon Ducks and Texas, each by at least 2 scores. In a championship game last night, the Buckeyes overcame Notre Dame to take the 9th national championship in program history. Quarterback Will Howard won Offensive MVP for his performance. But another standout Ohio State player is running back Quinshon Judkins, who recorded 3 total touchdowns against the Irish. The final score from that game in Atlanta was 34-23, cementing Ohio State as the best team in college football this season.
There they go. They got it done.
Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:25.
Soon, Washington State could limit landlords on how much they can increase your rent. The piece of legislation making headway in Olympia, and why some people say it's controversial.
And President Trump wasted no time once he was sworn into office yesterday, pardoning 1,500 convicted January 6th rioters. After the break, Hannah Joy has reaction to these pardons and the other executive orders the president made a day one priority. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, First Lady fashion. From Melania Trump's show-stopping hat and tailored navy silk wool coat at the inauguration to her glamorous gown at the Liberty Ball, the First Lady putting American fashion designers front and center.
I was deeply honored to be enlisted in the first place. This is definitely a big highlight of my career.
Eric Javits, an American milliner, making the navy hat that stole the show. And this morning, he's telling GMA Mrs. Trump owns a few of his creations and wanted a custom design for the special day.
I worked with her stylist and designer, Hervé Pierre, and he essentially communicated to me, the type of hat she envisioned.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have full team coverage of all the inaugural events and President Trump's first day in office. With your GMA First Look, I'm Deborah Roberts, ABC News, Washington, D.C.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can stir a sense of wonder, can make a ride go smoothly, and make a smile stretch ear to ear. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch. When a touch is all in good fun, Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Get the Tiguan with 0% APR or a $2,500 customer bonus. At Post Falls Volkswagen, it's easy to drive home your dream SUV.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
The best way to start your morning.
Live.
What is live?
Next Live, Jeopardy's Ken Jennings, Naomi Watts, and Anderson Cooper.
Watch live today at 9, right after GMA.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Tee off in style at Circling Ravens' top-tier golf suites. Play more than 80 famous golf courses around the world.
It's a hole-in-one for all skill levels. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, January 21st. Mark Peterson has the morning off. Let's check in with Allison Martinez and your first alert forecast.
Good morning. We've got a chilly start to the day once again today, so give yourself a little bit of extra time to scrape off some frost this morning. And you'll also want to give yourself time if you're in any of our northernmost areas. We're seeing some fog roll through, especially in areas like Colville, Sandpoint, up north through the majority of the inland Northwest. We're seeing some dense fog at this point in the morning, so visibility could be a little bit challenging out there. And as we look everywhere else, we're mostly dry for today, seeing a little bit of clouds. We could see some flurries, especially in the Idaho Panhandle, but other than that, the rest of the day will be dry. 4 things to know about your weather. We had those early morning flurries that we just spoke about. We're seeing continued cold conditions over the next couple of days, but we'll also have some more sunshine to help make things a little bit more comfortable, and light snow potential for Thursday and Friday. Right now, we're at 19 degrees in Spokane and 17 in Coeur d'Alene.
Allison, thanks. Well, overnight, some of the defendants linked to the violent attack on the Capitol 4 years ago were released after President Trump issued a pardon for 1,500 of them and commuted the sentences of more than a dozen others.
The controversial move was among a record number of executive actions taken by President Trump as he celebrated the start of his second term. Hannah Joyce at the Breaking Now desk. Hannah, what did Trump's vice president say about this?
Robin, just days ago, Vice President J.D. Vance said violent rioters should not be pardoned. But last night, Trump said this.
I've been in jail for a long time already. I see murderers in this country get 2 years, 1 year, and maybe no time.
One rioter, Julian Catter, was pardoned. Prior to this, he was sentenced to 6 years for assaulting Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick. Sicknick died one day after the riot from 2 strokes. In response, his brother said the pardons are a betrayal of decency, calling President Trump a poor excuse of a man. Minutes before leaving office, former President Biden pardoned former Congresswoman Liz Cheney and Dr. Anthony Fauci. Both were members of the January 6th committee. Biden also pardoned members of his own family. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
A piece of legislation that controls rent increases in Washington is a step closer to reality. House Bill 1217 would prevent landlords from raising rent in the first year of a lease.
The bill would also cap rent increases at 7% each year after the first. Now, the specific piece of legislation has been referred to as a hot button issue, and yesterday's vote passing 9-8 is proof of that. Legislators discussed 15 different amendments to this bill. Of those proposals, 10 failed, 4 were withdrawn, and 1 was adopted regarding an effective date adjustment. Representative Jeremy Dufault from Washington's 15th district proposed most of these amendments. He ultimately voted against the bill. He said he worried this would push local landlords out of the market.
Rent control does not work. It has never worked. Look at any jurisdiction across the country where rent control has been imposed. You will see a decrease in supply.
Sponsor of the bill, Representative Emily Alvarado, argues that the bill is about basic fairness for renters and landlords.
It helps people make sure that they know how high the rent will go so that they can plan and budget. It's a balanced policy that lets landlords raise the rent, invest in the property, make a fair return, pay for repairs, and make a profit.
House Bill 1217 was passed out of committee without any changes.
A Washington State University student is in jail, accused of stabbing a man on campus Monday morning. WSU police say 20-year-old Tatiana Martinez stabbed a man in the arm in Orton Hall at around 1:15 a.m. The victim was taken to the hospital where he refused treatment. Martinez is in the Whitman County Jail, charged with second-degree assault. In Grant County, a man died when his car lost control and rolled near I-90 Sunday night. Washington State Patrol says the driver was a 58-year-old Marysville man. He died on the scene.
The TikTok ban lasted just 14 hours. The app credits President Trump for bringing it back by promising to pause the ban, which he did with an executive order. The president's legal options are limited. His executive order merely pausing the ban for 75 days. The law banning it without a U.S. buyer is still in effect Plus, President Trump's actions around TikTok could face court challenges. Politicians in both parties argue saving TikTok would require a new law.
Republicans, of course, control the House and the Senate, and there will be a Republican president at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We're anxious to see what ideas they present.
It is important to note that during his first term, President Trump led the effort to ban TikTok, saying then he believed it posed a risk to national security. Gas prices are creeping up in Spokane. According to Gas Buddy, you could expect to pay about $3.46 a gallon. That's 4 cents more than last week. Spokane follows the national trend as gas prices rose nearly 7 cents. In Idaho, prices went down by 2 cents, averaging about $2.99 a gallon. It's now 6:35.
Checking back in with Allison Martinez, who is in for Mark this morning as we kick off our morning here. What are we looking like for today?
Yeah, we're going to be below even 30 degrees for the most part today. You can see 28 degrees through midday into the afternoon. It's going to be a chilly one. We'll tell you what the rest of the week has in store for our temperatures coming up.
And still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, there is a rising need for public defenders, and a solution could be on the way. The efforts to get certain pre-law programs required at community colleges here in our area when we come back.
Plus, yesterday was a chilly one, but that didn't stop folks in Medical Lake from having fun with it. How they made sure safety was a top priority on the ice, that's next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of I donated this vehicle, and that was the hardest part. I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
The future's uncertain, but you're more likely to get a high-paying gig if you're armed with college or career training after high school. WA Grant makes that education affordable or even free. See if you qualify at wagrant.org.
A controversial campaign promise.
The Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country.
But what could that mean for your wallet and the safety of the food you eat? 4 News Now is getting answers Wednesday at 6.
At Parker Toyota, our commitment to you begins the moment you drive off the lot in your new vehicle.
We have more Toyota Master Diagnostic technicians than anyone in the Northwest.
That means our technicians are the most experienced at identifying and fixing any mechanical issues, ensuring that your Toyota receives the care it deserves.
Open 7 days a week. Call or go online to schedule your appointment at parkertoyota.com.
It is 6:38. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Indonesian rescuers recovered the bodies of at least 17 people killed during torrential rains on the main island of Java. Officials say they were either swept away in flash floods or buried under tons of mud and rocks. 8 people are still missing. Seasonal rain from about October to March frequently causes flooding and landslides in Indonesia.
Federal investigators are stepping up a probe into efforts of collisions involving Ford's hands-free driving technology. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says there were 2 deadly crashes last year involving vehicles using the Blue Cruise technology. A Senate bill aiming to bring pre-law programs to select community colleges in central and eastern Washington just had its first public hearing. The bill would make approved paralegal education programs required at certain community colleges if they're provided with the money to do so. The senator and sponsor of this bill, Nikki Torres, says making these programs accessible across Washington is just one of the tools in the toolbox needed to address the rising demand for public defenders.
Only 6 of our community colleges offer a pre-law degree. All but one is currently housed in Western Washington. So majority of those 5 programs are in Western Washington.
Well, right now, the pre-law program at Spokane Community College is the only one of its kind in Eastern Washington.
There may soon be picket lines at Costco. 18,000 workers are preparing for a potential strike at the company's warehouses in 5 states. Members of the Teamsters Union authorized a strike unless they can reach a new deal with the retailer before January 31st, when their contract expires. Workers are asking for better wages and benefits. If the strike goes forward, it is scheduled to start February 1st.
Here is your 10-second takeaway for this Tuesday. We are cloudy and cold. We could see sunshine, especially in the afternoon, and we have a high of 32 degrees.
Well, rather than fighting the winter chill yesterday, some in Medical Lake decided to glide with it, crossing the frozen surface of Medical Lake on their skates. This couple said the ice was clear and smooth, making for a great skating experience. They also came ready in case the ice broke underneath them.
Got these little ice grabber things here. So if you go through the ice, you can use these to get, pull yourself back on. It's nice here in the swimming area because if you go through, it's only a couple feet deep. So.
Of course, it's best to take caution and test the ice before you go out on it, especially if it hasn't been very frequent that we've seen these sub-freezing temperatures. But hey, looks like a really fun day out on the ice there. Yeah. The sunshine too. That's nice.
It is now 6:41.
Have a European adventure planned anytime soon? Well, there are some changes that you'll need to know about, how to prepare before you board that flight. That's next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
I'm really grateful to be a first-generation student from my family. The ES scholarship was definitely a game changer.
I never knew how easy it was to start a scholarship. Whatever you can give every year. That's how I sold it to my family. We talked a lot waiting for somebody else to do it. And so we finally decided, no, we're not going to wait. We're going to do it. Graduating from college, it was not even a dream. That's what Eastern has done. We have to continue that. We have to help this precious institution that changed so many lives.
When it comes to buying used vehicles, we know that there's a lot of options for you out there.
Make Colville Toyota your first option for quality used vehicles.
Before our cars hit the lot, we inspect and repair any issues that we may find. We care about our customers and our cars, and it shows with the extra TLC that we put into them.
If you're in the market for a new, used, or certified vehicle, come to Colville Toyota and buy with confidence.
Because we're your small-town dealership with a big heart.
Oof. Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap, huh?
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one called That's All Guys.
After an accident like this, you deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through. At Craig Swap & Associates, we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:44. Downtown Medical Lake has seen some big changes. The pandemic and the Gray Fire really hit local businesses hard, and many are still struggling to keep their heads above water.
But city leaders are working to turn things around and boost growth in the town. Hunter Bertram was in Medical Lake yesterday and introduces us to a new business and a new ordinance that'll spruce up the center of the city.
It's no longer an option in Medical Lake for buildings in the downtown area to sit unused. The city says that they will step in and make you do something with the property until it satisfies their new mission of bringing economic and business growth to the central part.
Last February, the City Council passed an ordinance that requires all commercial properties in this central business district on your screen to be in use. If owners do not utilize their buildings, they will face fines.
This ordinance is going to force the hand of people to open their business for business.
City leaders and Kathleen Morse, a new business owner in town, now hope for a business boom in the near future. Morse shared her Medical Lake business venture with me today.
This is my passion. I've never forgotten it. And I do have a European Child.
The European Child opened its bright blue storefront in November. Morse took a gamble by transforming the once veterinary clinic into a baby boutique. And it's kind of funny that this store dedicated to new life is also bringing new life to the town of Medical Lake.
There was no question that I was going to do it here.
Morse fell in love with the area over the years and this building.
When I saw this building, it had been on the market for 4 years. And it's the most beautiful building in the town.
In the front of the building, her store, and in the back, this rental unit she built. A big investment, and she hopes her journey will inspire others to do the same.
I guess I go to the Church of Positivity. So, I believe that with that if you, like Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come.
In Medical Lake, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Some exciting stuff hopefully coming to Medical Lake.
Definitely.
Well, if you're planning on taking a trip to Europe anytime soon, there are some changes you'll probably want to know about.
As of January 8th, you will need what's known as an electronic travel authorization. It affects Americans traveling for less than 6 months to or through the United Kingdom. It's basically a digital registration to get into the UK.
That is something that you apply for with the UK government, gov.uk.
All U.S. citizens traveling, even children under the age of 18, need to apply through the UK government website or through the app on their website. You'll need to upload a photo of your passport as well as another photo of yourself and answer various questions about your trip.
And European vacation sounds kind of nice right now.
Just
Especially
can't get left.
I know. The warm ones.
Big Ben, Parliament.
Yes.
Sorry. The movie I'm quoting it.
I know. Gosh. We've got a live look outside right now at our pavilion. The start to a chilly day out there.
Yes, it's the kind of weather where you kind of just want to bundle up and stay in bed for a little bit longer just because it's so cold here in our overnight hours. We have temperatures in the teens for many days this week, but for today we'll heat up to 30 degrees for our daytime high in Spokane, partly cloudy skies and calm winds. Tonight will cool down to 17 degrees. It will be a mostly clear night, which is why it feels so cold, and we'll have calm winds tonight also. Now for our highs around the region, we're looking at 30 degrees in Kellogg, 31 degrees in Pullman, 40 degrees over in Lewiston, 32 degrees in Ritzville, 33 in Grand Coulee, and then over in Winthrop, we have a high of 27 degrees today. This is our forecast radar, and you can see things are pretty quiet here. There's not a lot jumping out at you rather. Tuesday, today, 8 o'clock, this is what we're looking at. So mostly clear skies as we start the day, and then we could see those clouds start to pick up later in the evening around 9 p.m. tonight, and then we'll see more clouds for tomorrow. But that sunshine goes a long way to just make things more comfortable and make being outside more enjoyable when we have temperatures this chilly. Now, as we look to the future, January 29th through February 4th, right now we're right in this middle gray area here, literally a gray area in Spokane and in North Idaho. And this means that we are not leaning any particular way in terms of colder or warmer for our temperatures for the end of the month and the beginning of February. Just yesterday, we were trending a good amount colder, so this is something we'll definitely keep a close eye on. And when it comes to our precipitation, we are trending a little bit wetter. So those two factors, the cold and the wetness, really have to coincide for us to have snow. It's been a mild winter overall. I know many of us are just waiting for our next chance for some snow. And right now, it's not looking too confident either which way. We'll definitely keep a close eye on this, and you can download that First Alert Weather app to keep even a better track of this. But over the next couple of days, you can see that sunshine sticking around, temperatures right around freezing and overnight lows in the teens many days, 12 degrees on Sunday. I keep pointing it out because I just can't believe it, but it's going to be a chilly one for that day especially.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you can stay inside over the overnight hours the weekend. All right, thanks, Allison. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:49.
The morning sprint coming up right after this. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Boat Show.
My name is Bob Rambo, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had lymphoma. I was kind of scared to death, and the doctors recommended I go to Summit Cancer Center. Everybody on the staff there is super neat, nice, and it's kind of like a homecoming. I had lymphoma, and they cured that. I'm very thankful for this cancer center.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings.
See your local GMC dealer.
With prices of natural gas and propane skyrocketing, your heating bill is getting out of control. But before you turn down the heat, give the experts at Bill's Heating and Air a call. They have the latest in dual fuel technology to keep your family comfortable and the utility bills low. There has never been a better time to upgrade, because now every furnace purchase comes with a free heat pump. So call Bill's Heating today to get your free heat pump while supplies last.
Hey Raptors, we want to rent these 2 chairs for the winter. We're kind of out on being cold this year.
Glad you dig it here, but this really isn't a vacation rental sort of place.
We hear ya, but what if we put on Raptor suits and then suddenly there are 4 of us? Yeah, we'll be your nieces, Layla and Kinley. I'm Kinley, the Raptor, and I love burgers.
I love it! Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Not so sure we're gonna pull this off.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company.
Who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's what insurance companies do.
It's a massive headache to go it alone.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
We fight the insurance companies all day, every day.
We have the team and resources to get you all the money you're entitled to.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident?
Call 800-LAW-0842.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. The time right now, 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Allison Martinez is tracking cold temps today and beyond.
But first, we got Hannah Joy live in studio with President Donald Trump signing a wave of executive orders on his first day back in office.
Some of President Trump's executive actions include declaring a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border, also signing an order to end birthright citizenship, and like he promised, the president did pardon rioters charged in the January 6th attack. Looking ahead, starting February 1st, Trump will order a 25% tariff on goods coming from Mexico and Canada. Experts say this tax could raise prices at stores in the U.S. Trump even signed an order to delay the ban on TikTok for 75 days. His hope is to give the Chinese owners time to sell U.S. assets. For updates on the Trump administration, tune in to Good Morning America.
The state lawmakers across the country share their excitement to work with President Trump, including Idaho Governor Brad Little. Little writing, quote, "An air of true excitement and hope has overcome our great nation on this historic day." President Trump referenced a revolution of common sense and a new era of fighting for the people who have built this country.
We have mostly quiet weather to start off our week, but we also are very chilly. Right now, our current temperatures are 19 in Spokane, 17 in Coeur d'Alene, up north colder, 16 in Colville, -1 over in Winthrop, and 19 degrees at Lookout Pass. As you head out the door, things will be mostly dry today, though we could see some flurries, and areas up north could see some fog for the start of the day. So Sandpoint into Colville, into the Coeur d'Alene area, and we talked about those flurries mainly being in the Idaho Panhandle for the start of your Tuesday.
Well, rather than fighting the winter chill yesterday, some people in Medical Lake decided to glide with it, crossing the frozen surface of Medical Lake on their skates. And this couple said the ice is clear and smooth, making for a great skating experience. They also came ready in case of emergency.
Here are these little ice grabber things here. So if you go through the ice, you can use these to get, pull yourself back on. It's nice here in the swimming area because if you go through, it's only a couple feet deep, so.
And of course, it's best to take caution and test that ice before you go out on it, especially because it hasn't been very frequent that we've seen these sub-freezing temperatures.
A man is in jail for shooting a woman at a bar in Chattaroy over the weekend. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says 32-year-old Skylar Jones began arguing with people inside the bar early Sunday morning. The argument eventually moved to the parking lot where Jones pulled out a gun, pulled the trigger, and shot a woman in the leg. Jones will be extradited to Spokane, where he will face multiple charges.
A Washington State University student is in jail this morning, accused of stabbing a man on campus Monday morning. WSU police say 20-year-old Tatiana Martinez stabbed a man in the arm in Orton Hall at around 1:15 a.m. The victim was taken to the hospital, where he refused treatment. Martinez is in the Whitman County Jail, charged with second-degree assault.
In Grant County, a man died when he lost control of his car and rolled near I-90 Sunday night. Washington State Patrol says the driver was a 58-year-old Marysville man who died at the scene.
A Senate bill aiming to bring pre-law programs to select community colleges in central and eastern Washington just had its first public hearing. The senator and sponsor of this bill, Nikki Torres, says making these programs accessible across Washington is just one of the tools in the toolbox needed to address the rising demand for public defenders.
Only 6 of our community colleges offer a pre-law degree. All but one is currently housed in Western Washington. So majority of those 5 programs are in Western Washington.
Right now, the pre-law program at Spokane Community College is one of the only of its kind in Eastern Washington.
A piece of legislation that controls rent increases in Washington is a step closer to reality. House Bill 1217 would prevent landlords from raising rent in the first year of a lease. The bill would also cap rent increases at 7% each year after the first. Representative Jeremy Default from Washington's 15th district ultimately voted against that bill. He said he worried this would push local landlords out of the market. House Bill 1217 was passed out of committee without any changes.
Well, gas prices are creeping up in Spokane. According to Gas Buddy, you can expect to pay around $3.46 a gallon. That is 4 cents more than last week. Spokane follows the national trend as gas prices rose nearly 7 cents. And in Idaho, prices went down by 2 cents, averaging around $2.99 a gallon.
18,000 workers are preparing for a potential strike at Costco's warehouses in 5 states. Members of the Teamsters Union authorized a strike unless they can reach a new deal with their retailer before January 31st, when their contract expires. Workers are asking for better wages and benefits. If the strike goes forward, it's scheduled to start February 1st. Back with weather next.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra.
Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings.
See your local GMC dealer.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time, so we can get you back up and running fast. Call or book online today.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
We have another cold start to the day around the inland northwest today. We'll be mostly dry with sunshine for your Tuesday, though we could see some flurries, especially in the Idaho Panhandle. Here in Spokane, we'll heat up to 30 degrees for our daytime high today, 29 for Wednesday, and we're just going to be hanging out right around freezing for the next couple of days. And if you look at those overnight lows, you can see we've got some chilly starts to the day, especially later in the week during the weekend. 17 for Saturday morning and 12 degrees for Sunday morning. Grab your layers.
Well, thanks so much for starting your Tuesday with us right here on Good Morning Northwest.
We'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America. It starts right after this.